My name is Brianna, and today is Friday, April 3rd, 2026, and the moon has moved into Scorpio. So we're about 2.5 days past the full moon in Libra, which was all about adjustments, right? Making adjustments, both internal and external. It was about negotiating terms and making choices, maybe even tough choices to cut things out in order to establish or reestablish balance, harmony, and equilibrium. I have my notes here, so I will be looking down at my laptop, you guys. Just bear with me. The full moon in Libra, which was just 2 days ago, it highlighted the relationships in our lives that were unbalanced, disruptive, and hindering our growth and progress. Now, it's important to remember that Libra rules the holistic principle of relationships, so this doesn't have to solely pertain to a relationship between you and another person, right? Libra rules the relationships or how we relate to other things. So it could be a relationship between you and a job, or a relationship between you and an environment. It could be a relationship between you and your confidence and how you value yourself. It could even be like a relationship between you and a subconscious pattern that like keeps repeating, right? Libra weighs and negotiates the balance between two things and asks, is this relationship just? Is it fair? Is it balanced? Is it authentic? Is it true? Is it supportive, right? If not, the energy of the full moon amplified the hidden energies or the hidden issues between us and other things, or the hidden issues between how we relate to other things, and it encouraged us to make a choice, right? Now, with the moon having transitioned out of the sign of Libra and into the sign of Scorpio, there's been a mood shift, and this transition just happened a little earlier today, so you may not feel this mood shift right away. It's going to take some time to build up, but there's definitely been a mood shift, right? The difference in dynamic between Libra and Scorpio is drastic, right? Libra seeks comfort through meditation and relaxation and resting and like leisure and just being chill. Libra is a really chill sign. Scorpio is not. So the moon in Scorpio, it like pulls us into a process of deep emotional sorting and processing, right? It's also important to keep in mind that the moon is still full. The moon did leave Libra and enter Scorpio, but it's still in that full phase. It's not 100% exact, but we're still being illuminated to what's been hidden, and we're still working through intense subconscious emotions. And not only that, you guys, the moon in Scorpio is currently sitting in opposition to Chiron in Aries, and this dynamic is stirring up emotional sensitivities around Aries, around a new start, a new beginning, or initiating something new. You've been working on mastering something, whatever it is, whether it be a skill, a new career path, an aspect of yourself, your identity, or your self-confidence, right? You've been working on mastering this thing. Aries rules like life force energy. It's the fuel to get things going. So you may have been working on elevating your frequency or expanding your consciousness so that you can align with better outcomes and opportunities. This new thing may be something that you've been working on for a while now, or something that's coming back around for your reconsideration. It's like you're starting over, but not starting completely over, right? Because you have the wisdom, the tools, the resources that you've gathered from previous cycles. It's like you're just trying to master it, right? Trying to get it right this time. And whatever you're working on, it does hold a promise of results and rewards if you stay committed, right? If you keep working at it, if you keep making improvements and pouring your energy, your life force energy into it, whatever you're working on will produce a result, right? It's inevitable. However, in the next coming days, while the moon in Scorpio is opposite or opposing Chiron and Aries, this new thing may be surrounded by the energy of like the Five of Pentacles, which is like fear, stress, material concerns, worries, insecurities, discomfort. Chiron is our soul's deepest wound, right? And it represents our soft spots, right? And our areas of deep seated fear, emotional pain, and insecurity. And when Chiron opposes the moon, Chiron is projecting all of these fears, worries, insecurities onto our emotional subconscious, right? So this projection can invoke feelings of lack, survival, disharmony, and even distress, right? And if we allow it, Chiron's influence can interfere with divine timing, and divine timing is now, right? Chiron's influence can interfere with divine timing by delaying our progress and our ability to move forward. It's like being so stuck in fear, worry, stress, anxiety that you don't do the thing, right? You don't initiate the thing, you don't take the steps. So just be mindful of that, you guys. Something is growing. The seeds you're sowing now are growing into the Ten of Pentacles, right? So results, rewards, earnings, completion, integration, and expertise. If you are pursuing a new career path, you're becoming an expert, right? Because it's like you're practicing, you're applying your efforts. If you are pursuing more self-confidence or more self-value, you will integrate a more confident and worthy feeling version of yourself. So if you continue, there will be a positive result. However, Chiron is creating turbulence now and over the next day or so, but the solution is the problem, right? The problem is the moon in Scorpio. The solution is the moon in Scorpio. The Libra moon prepared us by leading us into a state of meditation, relaxation, and internal balance. And if you use that time wisely, then the Scorpio moon may not feel as intense, right? You have this calm inner realm and you're able to navigate gracefully. So the moon in Scorpio encourages us to process our deep emotions, right? And it opens the door for us to moderate, make adjustments, and decide where to invest our time and energy and where to pull it away from, right? So the moon in Scorpio encourages us to face the problem, process the emotions. Don't just push them away, right? Don't try to like jump over them, because if you push them away, then you push them back into the subconscious and they'll come back up again at a later time, maybe even like an inopportune time, right? So if you work on processing these emotions now, if they come back up later, you'll be able to move around them more effectively, efficiently, and they won't be as debilitating. Maybe that's what you're working on. So the advice is to process intense emotions and guide your life force towards harmony, balance, and neutrality, right? Use your intuition, instincts, and higher understanding to navigate this energy gracefully. The King of Pentacles talks about mastery in action, right? You know how to do this. This isn't your first rodeo, right? You know how to do this. You know how to navigate because you've done it so many times before. And I'm getting like the Page of Pentacles. It's like you're respawning into maybe the same level. You're respawning, respawning, but you still have your resources, right? The Page of Pentacles is the last page in the deck, but it's still a page, so it's new. But the Page of Pentacles has already been through all of the levels of the previous suits, right? So it has a sense of mastery and expertise that it's accumulated from previous cycles, but it's still starting over in a new cycle. So you've been through this, you have what you need to navigate it, and you can see the illusion, right? See the illusion, identify it for what it is, release it, and then move forward, because something is growing, something is progressing. 1, 2, 3, 4, progress, growth, increase, expansion, and evolution. Everything is on track. Everything is moving in the right order. If you're not in alignment, the Scorpio Moon will help you get into alignment, right? By like jumping over emotional hurdles to get yourself on track with whatever this expansion is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Things are moving in right order, divine timing. And speaking of 4, the 444 gateway opening is tomorrow, April 4th, right? 444 is a frequency of like balance, stability, structure, boundaries, orders, solid foundations. So this gateway is like a window of opportunity into material stability and structure, or like the manifestation of initial effort, the manifestation, the materialization of your efforts. So this gateway is a portal or a window of opportunity into a new foundation, right? A solid foundation. So in other words, whatever you're working on right now, whatever you're pouring your life force energy into right now, whether it be positive or negative, right? Whatever you are focused on right now, it's going to move through this portal of crystallization and materialization, and something's going to manifest, right? There will be a result. So the result could be like a strong, stable, and blessed new pathway or new foundation for you to build upon, or it could be like more of that Five of Pentacles energy, more worry, more stress, more anxiety, more discomfort, more distress. It really just depends on what you're focusing on, right? So in the last reading, the Four of Wands kept coming out. The Four of Wands kept coming out with a message of achievement, celebration, and materialization of a desire, but I'm also getting like the Four of Pentacles, right? It's like the return of an investment. It's like the fruits of your labor and earned success. So it's like cause and effects, consequences of your actions, achievement, and the inheritance of your results, whatever those results are, right? It really just depends on you and your focus and where you're applying your life force energy. So achievements and the inheritance of your results are just around the corner. And I feel like things are going to develop or unfold faster than you may be anticipating. However, I'm getting like Emperor energy. Spiritual mastery or energetic mastery is required, right? So this is going to be like grounding your energy, harnessing your energy, pulling your life force back into you, right? Untangling it from emotional distress, insecurity, pulling it back into you, and exercising like groundedness, discipline, and right use of power. Your power is your life force, right? Right use of power, and consciously deciding where to direct your life force, right? As whatever you're focused on in this energy will produce a result, okay? That's the message. I'm gonna pull, I think this is the card right here. At the bottom of the deck we have 31, which is cannabis, which talks about detachment, right? It's Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Neptune. Neptune is the illusion. Saturn is the discipline, right? Saturn is seriousness. It's like standing up straight. It's upright, being upright, doing things by the book, to detach from some sort of illusion, right? And the illusion could be your emotional subconscious playing tricks on you, right? The moon and Chiron, casting energies of self-deception. Let's see, let's just do one more spirit. Whoa. So we have number 16, journey. Journey is Mercury and Uranus, right? So this is about using your higher wisdom, your instincts, your knowledge, or your connection to higher sources of intelligence to create material change, right? To create lightning. Maybe this is like harnessing lightning, harnessing life force energy to create material change. Purity. Purity is the sun. Integration, number 1. Maybe this, sorry guys, having some technical difficulties, but we were here at the sun, purity, number 1, which talks about integration of spirit, integration of your higher self. This could also talk about becoming a pure vessel, right? There's a naked child here in a field of flowers, sunflowers. So this could be talking about purifying your vessel. I'm also getting like magician energy, right? Magician talks about as above, so below, transmitting the will of spirit into material, tangible results. But it also talks about purifying your vessel, right? In the magician card, there's, let me see if I can find it. There's a character who's standing. Where are you, magician? Come on, magician. Come on, magician. There's the magician. So this character is standing with one arm or one hand pointing towards the sky and the other hand pointing towards the ground, right? As above, so below. This card talks about taking the will of spirit and making it material, right? But it also talks about, you see how he has the white on, purifying the vessel, right? Making sure that your vessel is clean so the energy that comes from spirit isn't distorted by your subconscious limitations, right? So that what you manifest is pure. So this could be a message about purifying your moon energies so that what you manifest, what you're manifesting, isn't distorted but pure, right? That's all I have for this one, you guys. I'm gonna leave it there, and I will see you all on the next one.